Confidence return, put to bed till March. United competitive on all fronts.
7-1, it's 7-1, 7-1, 7-1.
It's when the big occasion comes that big men are counted. From Banks to Schmeichel, breathtaking.
Oh, it's excellent where he lifted it over. It's excellent.
World class, better than Banks is by a mile.
Denis Irwin takes us back in time and remembers the moment he first pulled on a red shirt. Plus secret passions revealed in Oldham. David May, Curry King. The ebullient Nicky Butt keeps still long enough to offer his thoughts in our star interview. And what a time it's been for wonderful goals.
Left unattended, but even so, that was exquisite.
We begin back in November. United, despite heavy European obligations, still in touch in the league, 6 points behind leaders Arsenal, who are the next visitors to Old Trafford.
Gary Neville. Cantona found a good position. It's a good ball too. Oh, the right strike came off the post. David Beckham. Giggs, great layoff onto Butt. Corner is saved, but here is Butt. And it finally goes in, and I think it went in off the Arsenal players. A really messy goal, but Manchester United won't be complaining about that. But getting all the congratulations and the relief is clear, as is the disappointment. And he gave it away here to Butt, couldn't stretch for it. They got back on the line. Poborski was waiting. Yes, and it finally came in off Nigel Winterburn. Solskjaer's a lovely turn, and here's Cantona. And Kieran got back to him supremely well. Dixon! Right! Oh, good second block. Really spread himself. Cleared with his right leg then. Peter Schmeichel. Well up May. Dixon. It's not so much what he's had to do, although everything he's had to do he's done well. It's the confidence that he's given to his side. He was so quickly off his line. Who said he was affected? Who said he'd lost his nerve with 13 going past him?
Delight for Peter Schmeichel, despair for Nigel Winterburn, left with egg on his face somewhat. Though he's in good company, just check out the United A to Z. No smiles, but plenty of cruel misfortune about the Fenerbahce fluke that had left United's Champions League position precariously poised. Victory against Juventus needed desperately now on a truly memorable Old Trafford evening.
we thought we deserved something out of the game. You know, the second half we'd created so many chances, but we just didn't put them away. And you know, if you don't put them away, you don't win games.
It was a fantastic performance by us. I mean, to lose that game, it was a real cruel blow. It just shows you how thin the dividing line is of success in football.
They were making things hard for themselves in Europe once again. Their destiny, for the first time in the Champions League, was now in the hands of others. 1990 was one heck of a year for Denis Irwin. League Cup finals, FA Cup semi-finals with Oldham. It's when he really made his name and found himself on the United shopping list.
Irwin again. Milligan. Holden. Appeal for handball. Not given. Holden's cross, it's a bit short. And it runs to Ritchie! Andy Ritchie!
We were watching him a lot. And of course Denis stood out. He was standing in, and we were obviously looking for a full back anyway. And so we kept monitoring Denis, watching him every game that season, you know, almost from December right through to end of the season. We played him in the semi-final. He was fantastic against us in the semi-final. So as soon as it was over, we did the business.
Were you nervous meeting him?
I think it was, yeah. You know, obviously you see him on the telly and that, and he'd done great things at Aberdeen before, and you know, he's always been honest to me, which is good. But I mean, I must have been nervous meeting him and walking for a walk on the pitch.
Amazing to think that year Alex Ferguson was the bookies' favourite for the chop. Denis was part of the rebuilding process, and the Reds have never really looked back. Were you hit by the atmosphere?
Yeah, I mean, 50,000. I've come from Oldham, although we had a good last year. I mean, the crowds we were getting were probably 10 or 12 at the most, so maybe a bit more for the big cup match. But to come here, I think there was about 50,000 in the first day. Great.
Denis Irwin under pressure here. Oh, that's cool play from the full-back. Declines long ball. Irwin again, good defending. Denis Irwin. Irwin's corner. Bruce arriving, and it's there. What a goal from Steve Bruce from Denis Irwin's corner. Irwin on his debut, swinging in the cross, and Steve Bruce was there first to meet it. Well, he buried it into the back of the net. Here's Irwin getting forward, prepared to take on defenders. Denis Irwin could go all the way. Might fall for McClare. It's 2-0. Oh no, offside. The linesman's flag just catching Brian McClare. Hughes. Strong play from Hughes. Here's Irwin in support. Irwin's cross. Neil Webb with a diving header, and that is 2.
And the second one, from what I'm told, somebody just played the ball in behind to back four, and I just ran onto it, clipped it to the back post, and Webby scored with a diving header. So yeah, I mean, I was quite happy with it at the time.
Seconds ticking away for Coventry City if they're to get anything out of this game. United have defended well the opening game of the season, but here's Speedy with a chance. Great save. Gallagher can't get the rebound.
Is it easy because you'd had a couple of months with the lads?
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. I mean, I had a couple of months to settle, whereas like if you sign during the season, you're thrown in at the deep end. So I knew, obviously, I've played with him a few times in the pre-season matches, and you know, I was getting to know him a bit more.
Denis is 8.5 out of 10 every week. He never lets you down, Denis Irwin. He's the best fullback in England, without question. 2 great feet. Never see him in the game, but he's always an input. He's always an influence. He's been a fantastic buy for us. £700,000. Gee, yeah.
You've not changed.
I have. Don't worry.
You don't look like you have. Your haircut's not changed. Yeah. Your style's not changed.
Oh, I used to have a side part in there. It was terrible years ago. I mean, I was just saying, 7 years ago. I mean, it's a long time ago, but it doesn't seem like that. I think the years just fly by at this club.
Back up to date and back to the scene of United's Premiership triumph last season at Middlesbrough's Riverside Stadium. A truly special occasion with full league debuts for Ben Thornley, John O'Kane, hastily recalled from a loan spell at Bury, and Michael Clegg, just 19 years old.
Thornley only skulls in or around the penalty area. May again. And now Cantona's pulled wide. This is Beckham. And Keane. Oh, classic goal. Roy Keane for Manchester United. And on a day when the youngsters are being blooded, it's one of the experienced heads, literally, that comes up with a moment that Manchester United really needed. Cantona's thoughtful cross, a wonderful cushion volley by Beckham, thump from Keane, 1-0 United. Musto, Juninho, Ravanelli begins his run, and here is Ravanelli, Schmeichel's out, and Ravanelli scored! Fleming. And running into trouble, more or less mugged by Beckham. This is Cantona. Oh. Beckham. And it's in. And Jordi Cruyff, having arrived in the nick of time, was central to it. David May was in there as well. And David Beckham's perfectly flighted free kick has put Manchester United in front with the aid of a wonderful flying header. 10 minutes to go, and this is Musto to Juninho. A number of options for Juninho, one of whom is Neil Cox. And one or two of the players are mystified, looking at the referee, who's raised his left arm to signal an indirect free kick to Middlesbrough. Juninho standing over the ball. Beck appeals for handball, it's a penalty. And Manchester United are furious. Well, there was the free kick, and it was Paul Scholes who's been penalised for handball. Craig Hignett will take the kick and will find the equaliser for Middlesbrough.
Well, Michael Clegg is as honest as the day is long. He's a tremendous little professional. He had a great debut. He did very well, the lad. Johnny Kane's got a little bit more experience than that. He's older than Michael. Michael's only 19. John's got a bit of experience of being at the club, so we expected him to do okay, and he did okay. And Ben, of course, I'm delighted for the lad. You know, I mean, he really has deserved his opportunity, because if ever a player needed a break, it was Ben after his horrendous injury of a couple of years ago. And the lad has applied himself and showed a great determination to get back to a level where you say to yourself, yeah, he's back in the frame all right. And I wouldn't be hesitate playing Ben the first team any time if Ryan Giggs was not available.
The man who nurtures the tremendous youth talent at United is Eric Harrison, and his new crop is looking pretty healthy already this season, with plenty of exciting names to watch out for. Captain John Curtis and striker Alex Notman, who's been on fire in the early part of the season.
Notman. Now Stuart Brightwell, who loves to run at defenders. He's got Wrexham backpedaling, he's taken a deflection and it's beaten the goalkeeper. And there's the United opener, scorer Stuart Brightwell. Now Ryan Ford, there's Notman, and just makes it. I don't know which part of his anatomy that went in off, but it's 2-0 to Manchester United. Notman running again at the Wrexham defence, and that was a quite blatant foul by Stephen Roberts. And Notman to take the penalty himself. Oh, coolly finished. Lovely pass. Notman, toe poke, 4-0. Notman again, he's got the freedom of Old Trafford. And he lays one on the plate this time to Jamie Wood. The substitute has scored Manchester United's 5th. Wrexham have thrown everybody forward looking for some kind of consolation at Old Trafford. Great run by Brightwell. Goalkeeper half stops it. And who else but Notman is on hand to score his 4th of the game. Healy puts the cross in. Seems to be two defenders for Wrexham, but it's not enough. There's the 7th. Gavin Naylor, the scorer this time.
The Coca-Cola Cup offered Roy Keane another chance to sharpen his fitness, having been out for so long. David May, the only other first-team regular included in the lineup at Filbert Street.
They do seem to be first of the ball so often, Leicester City. So far without reward in terms of goals. Alex Ferguson, the League Cup winner with United back in '92. It's Heskey, it's a clever layoff, and in by Claridge. Now they have their reward. Neil Lennon is down injured at the moment. He's just back on his feet now. But there's Roy Keane, who lost his balance but was being held down, and it's a penalty.
I'm really not too sure about this.
Well, Lawrence did appear to tug him. No hesitation from referee Keith Burge. And Paul Scholes has the chance here of putting this team level. He's missed it. Yeah, Miles. Yes. Julian Watts on the near post. Little ball to Heskey. 2-0.
United pressing forward, looking for this goal. Keane driving into the heart of the Leicester defence, and finally we've got the goal. Nicky Butt gets the ball over the line. It's taken until the final 15 minutes of the game, and when it did come, it was so easy in its inception. Keane, Pallister, that's a lovely pass from Gary Pallister. Giggs is there quicker than anybody else. Solskjaer! He does what comes naturally. The Norwegians' 6th goal of the season. Pretty straightforward move. What a wonderful pass from Gary Pallister, utilising the pace of Ryan Giggs and the finish of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. This is a game that nobody wants to leave early. United pressing now for a third. Lovely 1-2. Suggestion of handball, but carries on and scores a wonderfully taken goal. Great 1-2 with Eric Cantona. Look at that for a flick. You can see from the replay that he used his chest, used his head and used his left foot to perfection. Waiting for the referee's whistle. Poborski's lost the ball. Lennon! Oh, he squeezes some consolation for Leicester City.
Victory put the Reds 3 points behind leaders Arsenal, level games, but now all eyes were on Europe and the historic city of Vienna. It was freezing outside, but no question, temperatures were rising in the team hotel, where competition was as fierce as ever.
Hey! 4-2. 4-1. Come in. Peter. Peter, join in.
I think she's in the one goal.
7-1. It's 7-1. 7-1. 7-1.
Whoa! Oh, what a shot that is! Is he a star?
That's well all right.
No, you take it, mate. 2-0.
What about your end?
To the champions.
The real work, though, was as serious as ever. Alex Ferguson knew there was no margin for error. And talk about getting it right on the training ground. United couldn't possibly have known the game would turn on two decisive moments. But as they say, practice makes perfect.
That's a good ball. Brilliant ball.
A burning atmosphere on the night, the travelling fans turning up the heat for what was to be a fantastic United performance.
The Rapid have got a terrific record here. They've not lost in something like 15 European games. And there's Giggs, though! Stealing in there magnificently. And what an opportunity. His run gave him such a chance. That's a great save by Console. From Gary Neville, who's never scored, but my goodness, he wasn't far off the mark there. Plenty of green shirts of Rapid forward.
Get away from the danger zone.
It's Giggs. Past one. That's another. Flicks it on to Cantona. Does well. Giggs now! Giggs now! And United have scored! Ryan Giggs! A wonderful break for Manchester United. Cantona fully involved. Applaud from the substitutes. And smiles from David Beckham and from Ryan Giggs. And Giggs was there to finish it off 1-0 Manchester United. The mistake there by Ivanov. And Solskjaer's pounced on it. He's got support from Giggs and from Cantona. He's still not finished. Giggs again. Well, that was extraordinary. United still leading by Ryan Giggs' goal after 23 minutes. And here's Solskjaer. Cantona's waiting in the middle. Giggs is coming up fast. And Cantona with a header hits the woodwork. Ball given away badly. Beckham says thank you very much. Solskjaer's in the middle. Cantona's in there too. And it might be Cantona! 2-0! Well, maybe the bad times are over for him now. And the good times certainly look to be on the way for Manchester United.
Yeah, certainly Beckham's taken full advantage of that misplaced pass. I think the Rapid Vienna defenders were actually looking for Cantona to be offside. It's placed on a lovely curling ball. I think it's Solskjaer just missing the first one. Cantona's not going to miss that one.
It's all over. And Manchester United go into the quarter-finals of the Champions League.
It's been a roller coaster of a ride, and you must have wondered at times whether you were going to make it.
Yeah, well, that's just the nature of our club. We just seem to take things to the very edge, and they keep us supporters and tenterhooks, they keep me in tenterhooks. But then they've shown they've got the ability, Gary. I've no doubts about that.
A truly glorious occasion. But after the dust had settled, all the talk was about that Schmeichel save.
As soon as it happened, I was watching it on television, I said to my wife, that is Gordon Banks revisited. As simple as that. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Superb, unbeatable.
Oh, it's excellent where he lifted it over. It's excellent.
World class, better than Banks's by a mile.
With all so many good saves over the years, how can you define any one as better than another one? I mean, you would have to say something like in the 100 best saves or something like that.
He's as good as any he's made, but he has made some good ones here.
Down the years from many different keepers. How does Peters rate? Make up your own mind.
Sissons now will have a chance. McDougall. Brilliant save. Cannot believe it, because that was something really out of the top drawer. And what a save by Bailey.
Callaghan. Here's the cross. It eluded Robson. McInally. Oh, a marvellous
Marvellous save by Leighton. That'll tell you how good it was. McInally hit that with just about everything. That goes down as one of the great saves of the season.
York involved again. It's a great try, lovely touch. What a save. Wonderful save.
That was a great save. Magnificent. That's his third of the day, and Dwight York won't have many better than that. Between players, look at that for a save from Gary Walsh. That is magnificent, it really is. Has to react late. Oh, and does he just get enough on it?
We have seen the ball, but somehow stuck up an arm to prevent it crossing the line.
The save, obviously, everyone will remember. But it's not my most special moment, because I think in us, the way we were over in Vienna, knowing that Juventus were leading 1-0, we were leading 1-0, and I knew at half-time the score. And the drama carries on and carries on, but when the second goal went in, I knew we were through. It was 15 minutes to go, and I knew there's no way that Fenerbahce were going to score twice in Juventus. That was, to me, was great relief and pleasure, you know, and it was a smashing goal too. So I have to put that as a moment. It probably competes with Peter's save, but it's just a relief of getting there, Rob. You know, just getting through the quarter-final, which was I was desperately keen to get that situation. You know, I think Beckham won the ball off a player, didn't he? And he had a bit of space to go into, and the left centre back came out to go against him. With him putting the three players at the back, we were shouting to say, take him on, you know, go and attack him. But instead he curled it outside of the defender, bending in towards the far post. Of course, Eric came in really late, and funny enough, someone said after it, was he no offside? And he was never, you know, he ran from a way deep position and stuck it in the net. And as that moment goes in, the first thing that goes into your mind is we're through. That's the first thing in my mind. That's it, we're through. And no hesitation about that. And that's why you get that relief. You know?
You must have leapt higher and cheered louder than any fan.
No. I was up, we're all up. But I've cheered higher. I've jumped higher in my day. 55 now, you know.
Yes, and looking good on it too. Blessed relief for all concerned, and a well-earned rest until the quarter-finals with Porto in March.
Tough draw, they're a good team, but so United. They're a quality side, they could beat anybody on the day, I think.
They couldn't have had it any harder. Certainly Porto's going to be the hardest out of the bunch, I would think.
I don't really think they're going to be good against Porto. I'm just happy to get as far as we did.
I anticipate that we'd beat, you know, Juventus and whatnot at Old Trafford. But when we sort of lost those games and we went out there, I thought, well, if we beat Rapid Vienna and we go through, then we'll go all the way and win it. And that's what I firmly believe. Like,
the only disappointment from the Vienna game, the dreadful leg injury sustained by Roy Keane. How unlucky has he been with injuries this season? His midfield partner Nicky Butt also took a knock, and both were forced to miss the league match with West Ham 4 days later.
Through Kowalski to Leclerc. It's wider on the left this time. Looking it towards Cantona, who's unmarked. And so too was Solskjaer for a second. Great save. What a save. What skill from Solskjaer. Alistair. Collected by Cantona. Solskjaer has made a terrific run. A great pass. And Manchester United have turned the potential into the opening goal. A goal of real quality work between Cantona and Solskjaer.
Well, Mark Reaper tries to step up and play offside, Mark, and gets it wrong. There he goes. And Julian Dix is behind him. Now, you can't do that. If you defend properly, he goes with the run. The run's a good one and the ball's a good one. But if Mark Reaper follows Solskjaer, he doesn't score. He steps up, tries to play him offside. And what was said might happen if Manchester United get a good chance has happened. They've taken it.
And the cluster might have reflected that when your luck's in, you get a piece of the save as he did, and the ball rolls wide. That time it just rolled on into the back of the net. Phil Neville. Oh, look at Beckham, left unattended. But even so, that was exquisite.
Well, when many people might have been expecting the power, Beckham shows us the other side of his character. A beautiful, delicate chip. Great vision and awareness. And if he got a touch on Solskjaer's, well, he's got no chance of getting anywhere near this. Gets under his feet a little, and that made his mind up, I think. Didn't get it out the way he would have liked. We're talking about first touch, and this isn't the best because it stays under his feet, sticks under there. So he dig it out beautifully.
Well, it hasn't been his best game in truth, but he's still illuminated the afternoon.
Well, you don't save them, do you? You just don't save them.
A chance to show there's still life in this game, and there is. West Ham has scored. Dumitrescu. Now comes Schmeichel. Peter Jones says penalty against the goalkeeper. Michael Hughes caught. Schmeichel can't believe it, and West Ham have a chance extraordinarily to level the game within a matter of moments of getting their first goal.
Well, what an amazing game football is. 2-0 up and cruising, and within 2 minutes, a chance to level it. I think it's a penalty. My first impressions were a penalty. You commit yourself as Peter Schmeichel did. Don't get the ball and take a player, and I think there's only one result, and that's a penalty.
The goalkeeper who gave away the penalty now has the chance to preserve Manchester United's lead, but Dix crashes it past him, and the whole complexion has changed here so dramatically. 2-2.
They were doing the hard work without really capitalising away from home, just 3 points from the last 5 away games. And with Sheffield Wednesday dancing to the Hillsborough beat, the struggling sequence was set to continue.
Johnson. Giggs speeds away from the Sheffield Wednesday defenders. Oh, it was so close. Promising move from Manchester United. Giggs again takes the ball in his stride, and his stride is faster than any of those of the Sheffield defenders. Wonderful cross! And Scholes is denied by a wonderful save from Kevin Pressman, right under his own crossbar. Really conditions not making it easy for anybody to control the ball. Pembridge makes the most of that. Puts some power into the shot, parried by Schmeichel. Here's Booth. And Pembridge misses. Well, I suppose it has to go down as a sitter, 3 yards out. Wednesday really rallying, stretching Manchester United. Sakala, oh, it's there! Carboni! Massive kick from Schmeichel. As Wednesday on the retreat, Solskjaer battling away, trying to find ground. Scholes! Oh, what a great goal! That was something special. He saw the opportunity from what was about 20 yards as Solskjaer was trying to create space. Scholes just pulled back the trigger and fired a bullet.
What's your name?
Nicky Butt.
How old are you?
21.
Where were you born?
Manchester.
What position do you play?
Midfield. Never used to play football at school, to be honest with you, until I was 14, 15. Didn't play it in the playground or nothing like that. It was a bit mischievous. Like a few of the lads set a few of the gas taps alight and it all went wrong. They didn't realise how powerful he was. He went straight across the classroom and nearly burnt it down.
How big was the bang?
It's pretty big enough to get me suspended from signs anyway. I had something about planes and I always wanted to be a pilot, but I've gone right off that now. I don't really like flying. But as a kid I used to watch Top Gun and things, and I thought, oh, I'd like to be a fighter pilot, but you have to be brainy, two-brainer. I think it's getting a lot more physical nowadays, and it's a lot more running into it, so you have to be, I think, very fit and be able to do it for 90 minutes, continue doing it. But there's a lot of aspects of games, but people are better at one thing and not so good at the other thing, so it's a hard position. There's lads will tell you who come into midfield and they don't usually play there, how hard it is.
And wonderful work in the tackle from Butt again.
Wonderful tackle by Nicky Butt. Really well timed.
Nicky Butt. Still Nicky Butt, he's done very well to keep it.
And Nicky Butt flying in with the header.
It must be an absolute dream to play alongside.
I've played with him. He's a great player and it makes it easy when you're playing with good players, but he can have a moan, he loves a moan. But I suppose it's all harmless enough. It'd be nice like to get into the full England team. That's every lad's dream to play for England. But I think that'll come if I keep playing well, and hopefully in a few years, maybe. I don't know. I don't think of it. I'm not in no rush to get anywhere. I admire him for what he do, because he must take a lot of stick, and they take stick off the lads who are playing. They take stick off the managers, the coaches, the fans. It's not a job I'd like to do. But when we won the cup final to make it the double last year against Liverpool, it was a brilliant match, but with all what happened, come of it, like winning double and winning the cup, and I think that was probably the most memorable one.
James can only fist it. It comes for Cantona! I don't believe it!
George Weah. I like watching him. He's just awesome. He's so strong and scores great goals, and he just looks so he's taking a mick out of everybody when he's playing. Looks so easy to him. The remote control to keep flicking the TV over, I think that's probably the most annoying one. I never watch any adverts or anything like that, just switch them straight over. Bad roommate, he's a bad roommate.
What's the bad about him?
Because he gets up dead early, puts the lights on, reads the papers, puts the TV on when I'm still asleep. And he never switches the TV off when he goes to sleep, he just leaves it on and falls asleep, so I have to get up about 2 o'clock and switch it off. So, he's a good mate, but he's a bad roommate.
Philip Neville. Giggs. Away from Hall. And there's Scholes. Good save. Solskjaer. 1-0. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer scores his 8th goal for Manchester United. The man they like to call the baby-faced assassin. Scholes with a really good effort. Fine block by Perez, who was helpless as Solskjaer scored. He hates the nickname, but you can see why he's got it. Giggs. Ord. Ball giving it to Scholes. And here's Butt. Round the keeper. Down he goes, it's a penalty. Now, will the referee deem as well that Lionel Perez was the last man? He's reaching for his book, and what is the colour of the card going to be? I think Perez fears the worst. It's yellow. So it's one Frenchman who used to play for Nîmes against another. Cantona was a teammate of Perez. Now they are opponents. And that is Cantona's first Premiership goal in more than 3 months. Here's Ray with the free kick. Header from Ord. And Schmeichel's throw could put Solskjaer in. Kubicki's missed the challenge, and Solskjaer is all on his own. Isn't that a cool finish? He must have had a surge of adrenaline pulsing through his body when Kubicki missed the tackle, and he still had 40 yards to run. But nothing was going to faze him, and that is why Alex Ferguson rates him so very highly. 3-0. Giggs to take the corner. 5 red shirts to aim for. But, yes! Nicky Butt with goal number 4. And he can't have scored too many before with a leaping header like that. Cantona. Oh. And after all his problems and his lack of form and
the headline said it all. Eric back to his best. What a goal and what a celebration. A Cantona trademark all of his own. It was nice to celebrate an early Christmas present for Andy Cole. Out for 2.5 months with broken legs, but looking pretty sharp against Derby reserves, scoring himself on a freezing night at Gig Lane, and then setting up a late equaliser too. Cole doing enough to earn himself a place on the first team bench away at Nottingham Forest.
But Cantona. Solskjaer. So one-touch movement from Manchester United. Giggs. Cantona again. Solskjaer. Several players waiting for the cross. Falls to Beckham. Oh, beautiful! Absolutely beautiful from David Beckham. Well, he's got his own line in goals, hasn't he? They all come from distance and they're all inch perfect. Giggs wins the tackle and speeds away from the Forest defenders. Beckham, control in a walker position, plays it back to Scholes. Half cleared to Butt, 2-0. Nicky Butt's 4th goal in 6 games, and coming at a critical time, just a minute before half-time. This has to be United's game now, surely. Manchester United fans in the City ground making a fair deal of noise. Oh, and Crossley tips it onto the crossbar and holds the ball well. Crossley has spent some time at Manchester United. Scored by Solskjaer, but created by the genius of Cantona with some able assistance from David Beckham. This would have been one of the goals of the season had that gone in. And a big moment for Andy Cole, 11.5 weeks out. It's been painful physically and mentally, but Andy Cole is back. Cole puts the defender off. Cantona. Cole speeds through, leaves the defenders. Oh yes! Andy Cole, within 5 minutes of making his comeback, he scores a goal which shows that the instincts are still there.
anytime he's on the football field, he's capable of scoring goals like that. There's no question about it. He's the best in the business. He's the quickest feet in the game. And I just hope he relaxes and enjoys his football from now on.
Eric played me through, you know, and I just cut back on my right foot and I spent it in the corner.
Was there thought or was that instinct?
No, I think that was just instinct, you know. He didn't really have time to think about it, you know. I just said, like, drag it back and, like, just try and bend it. And, like, fortunate for me, it went in.
Must be nice, though, and encouraging when you still got those instincts after quite a while out.
Yeah, he's delighted, you know. Instincts like that never lose you. I mean, never leave you, you know. People say, give me a few chances and your confidence goes. Yeah, confidence might go, you know, but I think once you're blessed with something, you know, it always stays with you.
I've always been a Cole fan. He's a lot of critics, but I think he'll come back and I think he'll do well.
A lot of the time, people expect him to score goals all around, but some of his work off the, away, just making goals is what they've been missing as well.
The most unluckiest bloke. They always are. Centre forward's always unlucky here. They always are. Always. He'll be back. He'll score a lot. Ollie's been playing well for us, but I think with him being CEO, he's not going to do a job all the way through the season. So having Cole there can only be good for us.
He can win us the championship. I still think Andy'll come really good for United.
And he was on the bench again as United faced up to Leeds at Old Trafford. Back in though, Roy Keane, who'd missed 15 of United's 27 matches so far. Runs into the path of Denis Irwin. Cantona's lovely little touch to lay it off for Giggs. Cantona back to Giggs, who's brought down, penalty. Leeds were always struggling to keep pace with Manchester United's attack. In the end, the penalty looked inevitable. Giggs cutting inside Gary Kelly. The quick return ball from Cantona. Gary Kelly all over the back of the Manchester United number 11. Tucked away with cool aplomb by Eric Cantona. Manchester United ahead by a goal to nil. David May, and again, Jonsson. It's in, is it? Well, the crowd behind the goal trying to suck it over the line. Beckham. Giggs. Again, it was a superb first touch by Giggs. Right foot cross, too high for Cantona, but here's Roy Keane. Driven into the 6-yard box. It's a corner. It might have been an own goal. United with the free kick. By Beckham. Cole! He did well to get the header on it that he did, Andy Cole. 3 Christmas wins, 10 goals scored, no goals conceded. United frightening the life out of the rest of the Premiership. There's no one hotter than David May at the moment. The local lad made good, the flavour of the month, the spice boy who knows what he wants, what he really, really wants. He just wants curry.
Do you sort of find when you get home it's all over you?
I tended to do that when I was younger.
Yeah.
You tend to walk home with a kebab in your hand and you end up next day it's all down your pants where it's all dribbled. But other than that, I tend to leave it on the table all a mess now.
That's decent of you, yeah. Right, okay.
Leave it for them to clean it.
Presumably curry is not on the menu for pre-match meals, is it?
We try to get it involved at the moment. But
Really?
I think the manager's put a block on it, I don't know why. There's some food that you can eat that won't really affect your game, but sure there's some curries that are.
By his own admission, he's a chicken tikka masala man, but then aren't we all? But does he know his dupiazas from his jalfrezes, his poppadoms from his pickles? David May and the ultimate curry challenge.
Oh, it's chicken, isn't it?
It's chicken.
That's a little bit hot.
Wow, it's hot. It's got a chill. It's got chilli on top of it and everything, hasn't it? More water.
It's a very famous dish. Everybody seems to like it.
Is it? That's
our chef's speciality.
Really?
Yeah. Chef smash.
Do you want me to tell you what it is?
Go on.
It's jalfrezi, chicken tikka jalfrezi.
Chicken tikka jalfrezi. Would you have known that?
I'd have got the chicken tikka out, but the jalfrezi now.
I'm not going to give you that. None out of one. None out of one to start with. Go on in quick. Have a quick belt of that one. What's it got in it? It's like onions, peppers. It's just got. That's got to be that's got to be a chicken booner or something like that. Come on.
Chicken Gdansk. Nowhere near it.
I just say 0 out of 2 here. Can we just say, no, I say, hey, nicer. Okay, go on. You'll go. A little bit of onion at the top. Ooh.
It's lamb.
It's lamb, is it? Wow.
Marinated lamb.
Wow.
It's charcoal, isn't it, so? Not a Fergus.
Curry expert.
You've got to give me a menu or something, I'll have a go at that.
Go on then, what do you think it is? Have a wild stab.
That's definitely lamb dip, yeah.
Oh really, is it now?
Yes, he's right, yeah.
Are we giving him 1 out of 3 there? What do you think?
Yeah, we should. Yeah.
1 out of 3?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, 1 out of 3, yeah, let you off that. Do you like that one, by the way?
I'm not too keen on lamb, it's a bit tough.
Just slaughter the man while you're here, you know what I mean?
No, well, that's just me on lamb.
Yeah, fabulous.
Not bad.
Hard man to please, this boy. He's a hard man to please. Mucky devil, look at that, look at that.
Now Staunton. Oh, and he showed too much of it. And Roy Keane was in on a flash. And here's Cantona. And here's Giggs all alone. Oh, what a chance. Manchester United set off looking for a goal to get in front of Aston Villa. With Giggs, Cantona chasing to the far post. Giggs going on beyond Ethiop. Still Giggs. Cantona! And Bosnich was able to make the save because Cantona didn't really hit it cleanly. And it's Giggs with the corner. Really hung up towards May. Scramble, but ends with Keane! Bosnich had some power, but it was the dip, the bounce that made it so awkward.
Lot to admire in the way Roy Keane hits this. He's backing away from goal. And he adjusts his feet very quickly as it comes out of the air. And watch the way he just controls the shot.
Goalkeeper had to concentrate.
Another corner. May again. Cantona. Beckham. It's Cole! And Bosnich. With Manchester United's fans holding their breath, the game seemed to freeze for a second, but Bosnich didn't freeze. Graham to Morgan. McDougall to Charlton!
Time for United's love affair with the FA Cup to start all over again. The competition's 2 most successful sides were drawn together to meet in round 3. United have won the trophy 9 times in all, twice in the last 3 seasons.
Oh, here's Giggs! That's a good save! Completely unmarked, Giggs. And Walker getting the applause from those behind him. Beckham. Scholes ahead. Cole, this is a shooting chance. Went for Scholes instead. Oh, finds the net. United have the lead. Cole made the right decision. And Paul Scholes, who hasn't had too many opportunities this season, puts Manchester United in front. Pull away. They were turning for the first time, really, the Tottenham defence, and it was a good finish.
Giggs. Right foot shot without hesitation. Giggs is coming from one side, or Beckham from the other. It's going to be Beckham. Oh, and it's another classic from young David Beckham. 10th of the season, and an absolute beauty. And another contender for goal of the month in January.
Time and time again he does it. It's been David Beckham's season so far, so what an appropriate way to finish. The half-term report reads getting better all the time. The final exams are in May.